Thank you, thank you. And I really want to thank everyone for this award. And I want to thank everybody out there in Mr. Reely's neighborhood. I could not have won this without you. This is an award from the, see, it has my name on it. It's from the American Dental Association. And have given me this award for being the Outstanding Friend to the Dentist Award. Yes, because they have seen how much I've talked about candy and how much candy I've given away, and they just think that I deserve an award for helping out dentists all over White County in particular, and maybe even America. Because the more candy you eat, the more business they get. And I'm just really honored by this award. If you look at it, it's so neat. Look at the top of it. It's got like teeth, kind of rotten looking teeth, I guess, but still teeth at the top of the trophy. And this is going to take just have a real special place in my home. And I want to thank every one of you for helping me win this award. Well, today, boys and girls, we're going to be, of course, as you could probably guess, talking about candy again. I don't know how long this is going to last. I guess as long as there's candy, we'll keep talking about it. I've got a couple here today before we get into our lesson. One of these is kind of bad news. It's one of those things that sounds like a good idea at the time, and it's not. You know, years ago, I did not like candy corn. And so I would come home from Halloween and I'd dump out all my candy on the ground, and I would never eat any of the taffy stuff that's in the little black wrappers and the orange wrappers, which was a mistake because I ended up liking them later. But I would never eat the candy corn. You know, I'd give that away, the dog, the cat, my little sister, whoever, they could have it. But then I actually tried them a few years ago, and they're actually good. Well, so imagine my excitement when I'm at the Tuesday morning store the other day, and I see this grape soda candy corn. And I thought, that's cool, because I like the regular candy corn, so I'm going to get this. And I'm telling you, boys and girls, this is one of the worst tasting things I have ever had. I even tried a second one and a third one to see if I could kind of get used to it or something. But these are pretty bad. So I don't even know what I'm going to do. I think it'd be kind of fun to give one to a little hamster and see the look on his face, you know, as he bites into that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these. But grape candy corn, I would avoid those. Now, another candy that I found that I really do like, I don't know if you don't see these a lot, but I really like these. And I can hardly resist them whenever I just happen to see them. These are called cowtails. And these are, excuse me? Well, I mean, they're not real, excuse me, I didn't, who are you? Oh, this is Patty. Well, Patty, you look kind of angry. Well, they're not real cowtail. I can understand you being angry if they were real cowtail. They're not real. They're made out of caramel. See, they look like that. See, and then when you open them up, they look like that, which is they're caramel with kind of a white filling inside, and they're real chewy. See, I wouldn't eat a real cowtail. Okay, I promise. It'd be kind of gross. So, you know, so is that okay? I mean, can you leave now? Because I have kind of like a show to do. So is that okay? They didn't look very happy, but they really are just caramel, so shouldn't be a big deal. Okay. Now, the candy that's the main part of our lesson today are Lifesavers, and these are really neat. I love this package. Can you read what that says on the package? It says, okay, it has these huge old Lifesavers on the front, and on the packaging it says not actual size. You know, I mean, look how big they are. I mean, like, yeah, I'm going to buy this bag, and I think the Lifesaver's that big. You know, like a donut. I'm going to slide it into my mouth, you know. So I'm glad they put not actual size. Like, I really think they're going to be that big. But anyway, But I like these. And there's a lot of candy you can get that has the same flavor the whole time. Like you can buy like Hershey's chocolate, Hershey's Kisses. A lot of times you can buy those in a bag, and every single one of them is just solid chocolate, no variation at all. Although you can buy others that have, I think, white chocolate, maybe caramel or something. But you can buy it where it's all the same thing. And those can get kind of boring after a while because it's just the same thing. There's no variety. Well, the good thing about this one is you can buy a bag with a lot of different flavors. And you can buy bags with just the mint flavor. Now, if you remember, we did this is wintergreen mint. We did this early in the year, and if you'll chew these in the dark, you can actually see the sparks come out. So that's kind of neat. And I have a bag that has all of these in them, and that still kind of even gets kind of boring. And Lifesavers are kind of an interesting story. A lot of times people will say, why do they have the hole in the middle of them, And there's actually a story that came up that's not true, but a lot of people thought it was true, and it went around for years. And somebody might even tell you that today, in your family. But some people say, well, it has the hole in it because the guy who invented Lifesavers, his daughter was eating a piece of candy one day, and she choked to death. And so he decided to go out and invent a candy and put a hole in it so that if you get it caught in your throat, you can still breathe because it has a hole in it. And that sounds like a plausible story, but it's really not true. The inventor was Clarence Crane, invented them, and he put a hole in. He basically had sold chocolates, and those didn't keep good in the summertime, so he wanted to invent a hard candy that would stay good all year long. And so he invented Lifesavers, and he put a hole in them because he could, and so they looked like a lifesaver, which the things you throw out in the ocean to save. That's what he called them. So very easy answer. What's interesting is when he first invented them, they were the idea was to be more of the idea of a wintergreen. It was just solely meant as a breath mint. So if somebody had bad breath, it was to save their breath. And over time, they got more and more ideas and came up with a lot of different flavors. And so you ended up with this bag doesn't have all these flavors, but now you can get Lifesaver flavors with watermelon, pineapple, mango melon, wild cherry, fruit punch, green apple, grape, tangerine, strawberry, and raspberry. And so you can see a lot of them here. Here's some type of orange flavor, or maybe mango. Here's the wonderful pineapple. Yeah. You can see all the other different variations. You got the red, you got the dark red, you have, I'm assuming this is grape. So a lot of different flavors there, which make it interesting. Now, how is that kind of like the Christian life? Well, it's really like the church. One of the great things about the church is not everybody is the same. Church would be so boring if everything was the same. And it'd also be, we wouldn't get a lot done if everybody was the same, because everybody would be good at the same thing. And we need people that are good at a lot of different things. And the Bible points this out. In Romans 12:6, it says, we have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. Now, what's a gift? Another word for gift, which you might be familiar with, is the word talent. So we have all been given by God a talent, something that we are good at. And I want you to think today strongly about what talent do you have? How do you figure out what your talent is? If you're trying to figure out what your talent is, I would say, first of all, look at something you like. God has no problem at all with you using an ability or a talent that you have, that you enjoy using, that you like using it, because the more you like it, the more that you use it. So number one, just think about something that you enjoy doing. And then also think about something that you're good at. And it might be both of those things, and it probably is, because usually whatever you're good at is something that you like, or maybe something that you want to be good at and you want to get better and better at. So think about some things. What are some talents or abilities that God has given you? Could be writing. We need good writers. Look at the Bible. That's made up of writings of people that were talented at writing. The Apostle Paul was amazing at writing, and so much of our New Testament is from letters that he wrote because he used his writing talent. How about music? Some of you might be great singers. So you might be great at an instrument. Some of you might be artistic. We've got a lot of kids at our church that are good at drawing. How about athletics? Are you a good athlete? Or is there one sport that you're even better at than maybe other sports? Acting, baking, performing magic, reading. Reading is a talent. People that know how to read real well. And how about making money? Yes, that is a talent. People that are good at business, that is a talent. People that do well in making money. And there's a lot of other talents out there. So don't confine yourself to anything that I've said today. Think of almost anything that you can think of that you are good at and you enjoy doing can be considered a talent, because I can guarantee you there's something you're good at that a lot of people are not good at, or maybe they don't have an interest in it, and it's a blessing that you do have an interest. Now the next step is to think of that talent that you have, something that makes you different from everybody else, and you ask yourself, how can I use that for God? In Colossians 3:23 it encourages, it says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for men. So anytime you're working at something, you're working for something higher than just somebody who's giving you something to do. It's not just your mom or your dad that's asked you to work at something, or some boss that you have that asks you. You're not really working for them. You kind of are, but you have a higher boss ahead of them, and that's the Lord. And so when we use our talents, we need to give it all that we've got to use that talent. And so I challenge you this week, and you might be somewhat limited right now because of the pandemic, but maybe not. Maybe there's some things you can do right now, but if not, you be ready as soon as we're free to use those talents. And I can't go through everything tonight about what you could go out and do. But one of the most inspirational young men that I know is Tim Tebow. You might not know who he is. He's a very famous athlete, won the Heisman Trophy, great quarterback at the University of Florida. Although I'm not a Gators fan, I am a Tim Tebow fan. Because he's a great football player, but more than that, he used his football talent to share his faith. And you can use anything that you're interested in to share your faith with others. You want to be a good example. You want to show what it's like, other people to see what it's like for somebody that follows God, how they react and how they act in a certain situation like sports. But I always wanted to take it to another level and make sure people really know the reason that you act the way that you do and you treat people the great way that you do is that because you're a Christian. And use that as an opportunity to befriend people and invite them to church with you. Use that athletic ability to reach out to people that other people can't reach. Let's say you're a good artist. What's to stop you from using your art to make cards for people in nursing homes over at Harding Place? Say you're good at singing. What's to keep you from getting in forming some kind of singing group when you're older and go sing for Harding Place and nursing centers and all sorts of wonderful ways to influence people through song? If you're good at baking or cooking, why don't you use that talent to make it for somebody that's at home and sick and too sick to prepare meals, and they've just gotten home from the hospital. Find creative ways to use the gifts that have been given to you. And just like those Lifesavers, tons of flavors out there, that's the way Christians are. We're all different flavors. And if everybody's doing their different thing, it really all comes together to a lot of wonderful things for the Lord. It's been great being with you today. I don't know if I have I don't really have a video for you this afternoon. It was gonna, excuse me a second. Why are you looking at me like that? I really don't, we're like doing a video kind of thing, and I really don't like it when cows look at me like that. In fact, I don't like it when anybody looks like me. What's your problem? She's kind of shy. I think she's going to whisper something. Oh, she wants to do a video because she's so upset that I did that thing with cow tails. Those weren't real cow tails. It was like caramel candy. You understand that, don't you? You don't? What can I do to make it up to you? She wants to do a video about what? Okay, cows. I get it. I get it. Don't look at me like that. All right. Well, she's got a little video that she'd like to do about cows. What? You want me to go get milk, like, as a prop? Okay, give me a second. Oh, look here. Okay. So you want me to hold this up? What? Well, I know it's almond milk, but I didn't know you could read. I was just taking a calculated risk. Okay, you don't like puns. Sorry, I'm just kidding. All right, what? Yeah. Oh, yes. I'll see if I got something else. How about this? Oh, she says good. It's homogenized. What? I don't know if it's range free. What's that mean? They just like get on the range and milk it out in the middle of the field? I don't even know what that means. Maybe there's a number we can call. Oh, 1-800-MOO-COWS? Is that it? Well, we don't have time to do that. Can you go ahead and just perform anyway with this milk? All right. Okay. All right. Here we go.
I am cow, hear me moo. I weigh twice as much as you, and I look good on the barbecue. Yogurt, curd, cream, cheese, and butters made from liquid from my udders. I am cow, hear me